Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you're interested in learning more about the Bronze Age format and the Majestix Open Series, please check out openseries.majestixccg.com. Also, if you want to learn about Heroclix strategies, tactics, and lists from the game's top players, please visit majestixccg.com/apex-insiders. Lastly, if you're looking for Heroclix singles, please visit our eBay stores at stores.ebay.com/MajestixHeroclix and stores.ebay.com/ClicksCollective. All the links for everything I just talked about is below in the description. And again, my name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
What's up? So, when was the last time we did this?
About a month, maybe a little over a month ago.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff has been announced. So we're gonna have a different format of what we've been doing. But for the first time, I'm not the one that has a rant to go about. You do. So the floor is yours.
So we were having a discussion the other day at the shop, and it just kind of came to fruition that it's not just the competitive, we always hear these rants of people posting online, oh, the competitive players drove out everyone to play, players. Right? And they ruined the scene, right? Yeah. It's not always the competitive.
That's just the narrative. That's the narrative that everybody default, right? That's the default that everybody goes to.
Let's look at it from the toxic casual player that can't wrap their head around something besides their comic book accurate team or whatever. They're the ones that aren't willing to change their mind either. So it comes from both sides, and it just it's there's two sides to every story, and it's not just the competitive players that are ruining it. It's the toxic casual players.
And for sure there are those competitive players that
100%.
But in my experience, and I am very confident to say that I'm probably the most well-traveled one of everyone who's ever played Heroclix, next to either Scott Crampton, Alan Mason, or I would say who's the other? George, maybe. George kind of stopped for a little bit. But aside from like Scott, me, Alan, I've seen a lot of venues, a lot of high-level events. Traveled to 3 countries, Canada and Mexico, to play as well, and like 99% of them are great. It's just that 1% maybe they're like they've gone on tilt or something, but really they've been great. Everyone's been great. It's actually the locals, if you want to say it, that play in the casual events at local events that complain because they're losing, and because they're casual, they don't really understand the concept of like winning and losing. They just want to have fun, right?
Yeah.
And really there is a correlation of having fun and winning. So there's that, even though they want to say they don't, it does. You could see, because if they're winning, they're not gonna complain. It's the people, it's when they lose, it's when you complain. So what I see is people who can't handle it. Of course, there are the competitive players that can't handle it, or maybe they have a hard time. Sure, whatever. But it's those, and it's really just the local level too that does. It's not the grander scale, dude. Everybody loves everyone when you play. Like, when I go,
yeah.
And I definitely see that, because like in here, we have a different environment. We really foster playing correctly, knowing the rules, and you can play what you want. But if the people can't handle losing at the store, they weed themselves out right away. So that's why the environment is very strong and very jovial, very nice. That's why it's also high level at the store, because the people who do come and play, they understand this is a game. They understand about winning and losing, the concept of min-maxing, concept of casual play, whatever. And they never let it get too personal.
Yes.
When they play, because they know that in the end, they're just trying to learn how to play better, and how to get better. So if they lose, like, okay, so maybe I should have done this, instead of like, oh, I missed that 5, that's why I lost, and then they get mad because those are the kind of players that I see a lot.
Yeah.
That really get mad when they either miss a simple attack or you get lucky and hit them, or oh my god, you rolled 5 super sense in a row. Wow, like wow. It makes it really awkward for your opponent. Like what are they supposed to say? I'm like, you're just rolling the dice. I'm like,
why are you using those cheater dice?
Yeah. Or and this is how I can also tell when somebody's like a casual player who hasn't wrapped themselves into how like competition works, is they always use the term cheese. Oh, you always playing that cheesy team. Competitive players, high level players don't use that term because there's no such thing. It's just you just play what's good, or you're gonna play that's gonna maximize the efficiency of your team or your play or whatever.
Yes.
So, and unfortunately, there is no way to separate the two because the scene is so small for Heroclix that if you separated it, you'd have like 4 people in one and 4 people in the other, instead of having one big 8-man tournament or something like that, or 6 and 6, something like that. So, Magic and other games, they have like Magic for sure has a better way of doing that because they have Commander. So people who play Commander, it's such a big community that they can have their own separate thing where they just play their casual decks and they want to play multiplayers, whatever. And then there's the competitive like PTQs, regionals, qualifiers, whatever, where they play standard, modern, or legacy, and they're all in there. And both of them have thriving communities, I guess you could say, even though they're part of the same one. So that's they do a little bit better job of that. So it kind of keeps them away. The Capulets and the Montagues are over here, right? But it is like I was actually telling somebody, I was having a conversation with my friend who helps me out, Fabian.
Yeah.
I was like, what's weird is, because like he likes to also play competitive, but he loves Commander. That's what, and I'm like, look, I can't get to Commander because I don't like multiplayers. Because if you don't, because in my experience also, especially when you play like a lot of multiplayer stuff, there's a lot of you get a lot of fights. I mean, just look, anybody who plays Monopoly or Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, someone gets teamed up on.
Someone's gonna get screwed, and then they're gonna get mad, and it ruins the night if they don't. So I really dislike that part of it. And so every time he always tells me he's gonna make me a Commander deck, I always tell him, oh, you should play Bronze or Modern or whatever, right? But like I never play that, he never plays this, but we always talk about it. And so I was like, you know what, Fabian, like let's just we're friends, but like that's like you as an atheist trying to convince me, a Christian or a Catholic or whatever, that there's no God. I'm trying to convince you there is. Like we could be friends, but we're just not going to. Philosophically, it's different.
Yeah.
So it's never going to work. But it's like cool. We joke about it all the time. That's why we're friends, because it's funny. But that's kind of how it is with competitive. Yeah, with like competitive and casual, right? Like philosophically, they're fundamentally different. So because of that, always gonna butt heads. And on the one side, the casual people always look at the oppressors, these guys are just like, we just want to play. We just want to play what we want to play. Like they want to play what they want to play, but they want to play what is supposed to be accurate. Or like they want you to play under their rules, and they just want to play.
Yes.
And it's like, well, at that point, it's not going to work. So
agree to disagree at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's hard. It's really, really hard. And the weird thing about that too is like, it's going to segue into our topics. But when there's like, the ROC just announced all the regionals and the circuits back up, all those casual players aren't going to be there. So why are they complaining?
I know.
You're not going to go to that anyway. So who cares?
This brings back the argument up about when people were complaining about Worlds in Memphis. And most of the people complaining never have ever been to a Worlds or even planned on attending one.
Oh my God. And that's like, I would say 99.9999 with the line on top.
Yeah.
% true. Because anyone who has been to Worlds are going to all say how much of a great time they've had. I mean, it's just a natural, I don't know, man. Unless you really got a bad ruling or something like that. But, I think they've done a pretty good job with keeping with the rules consistent. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah. So that segues into our stuff.
our rotation. So
our topics, right? So
topic number 1, we're going to talk about rotation.
All right.
So, let's share that screen. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started talking about our 2022 modern rotation. It goes into effect as of July 1st, 2022.
Which is normal.
So we're losing our 5-figure from our 5-figure booster sets. We're going to lose DC Rebirth. I think what we're mostly going to miss from there is Mr. Oz, Duke Thomas, right?
Yeah, among others. I mean, I guess silver doesn't matter. I think those are the only ones. I don't even know if there's anything.
Yeah. We're going to lose Avengers, Black Panther, Infinity, Illuminati.
That's a big one. All the objects are gone.
Yep, all our gems.
All those, yeah. Oh, the power gem is. Oh, that's going to change a lot. The power gem was huge.
Old classic astronomer, but he hasn't seen any love in a while. Next, we're going to lose our colossal figure set, X-Men in the animated series.
I think this is the one that has the most impact from what I've seen here, because it has like the Retaliator, like obviously Dark Phoenix, Iceman to an extent, the Proteuses, Wendigo, holy crap, but also
Storm Prime,
Leland, Wingard, Jean Grey,
yes,
the Constructs, and anyone else am I missing from there?
Nimrod, Onslaught, I think is good.
Well, like Onslaught, nobody really played Nimrod.
Yeah, and then the rest of the nothing else single base, I don't think.
Yeah, that's a big one, man, because that all those like 10, 20 point, 15 point guys to up your theme are gonna have to change to something else, because they're all gonna be gone. That's big. Like Wingard and Leland are also just that's basically anti like dropship tech right there. For at least Leland is.
I know. They're gonna have to come out with something that's gonna prevent that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Hopefully in that Disney Plus set we'll see something. So after that we're gonna lose Captain America and the Avengers.
That's there's actually a few in there. Immortal Hulk, Captain Marvel, Immortal Hulk, Ultron to a lesser extent for a while.
Yeah, Chase Thor.
Chase Thor is another one.
Also Chase Peggy and Steve Rogers.
Oh yeah, Peggy Carter. Steve Rogers. That's a big one, because now no more like
Avenger.
No Avenger like adding people to your team like that. Is there anything else from there? I mean, I guess you could say if you at some point you saw like the Shield Diplomat.
Yeah, Everett Ross, right?
Yeah, Everett Ross, things like that for the perplexes, and but that's big, man. No Steve Rogers is a big one.
All right. Last, we're going to lose another DC set. So Justice League Unlimited. That's another big one for all those Batman Prime lovers out there.
Batman Prime. All the the Troublemakers and Trouble Alerts are all gone.
Adam Micron.
Adam Mike. Oh yeah, that's a big one. Dark Side 2.
Yeah.
I want to say, like, if you really wanted to look at some of those Justice League type teams, you know that Superman that I mean, you're gonna get to it, but when you get to the Fast Forces, but the Superman from the all the Fast Forces guys in there are pretty good.
Yeah, the Superman with 2 stop clicks.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Fast Forces Rebirth. I don't think anything was too big. Nothing from
Black
there.
Panther, nothing.
Nothing from the Fast Forces. WWE Mix Max Challenge. Were you losing the WWE ring?
Yeah, that's a big one. So that means no more, like, if you have pickup power guys, they don't get to choose WWE powers anymore.
Bummer.
That could be a big one. Cosmic Clash had that Invisible Woman.
Yes, and we're losing the location bonuses from these starter sets,
location bonus,
which is huge.
Yeah. Orville loses
Reign of Terror.
Claire Finn.
Yes.
That's another one.
For the scientist.
Okay, and then down to the micro sets.
The micro sets. Qs. From the Shrek stuff. Nothing else really. The was it Starfleet Ensign and the Salvage Crew.
Nothing from Genesis, huh?
No. Just WWE, kind of same effect for your multiverse games.
Dude, the Black Widow movie is a big one too, because you're using all the shifting focus Black Widow, the chase Black Widow, and then the recruits and initiates. That's big, because That was a big part of the format
Yeah,
for a while.
she stopped a lot of things too. She was
Yeah. Ooh, that was definitely if something got too crazy, you just play her.
yeah, so good. All right, Con Ellis. We're definitely gonna miss Isaac. He was strong in the format for the longest time. Exospecs definitely had a huge
Oh my
impact.
God. All the rings are gone too.
All the rings, no more Mandarin rings.
Dude, that's a big one.
Uh,
Wow. Dude, you know what? These objects from Disney Plus are really going to carry a lot of weight, right? Because
yeah,
we're losing almost all the objects,
and the
right?
swords too coming up too. So
Yeah, so that
hopefully,
both those two. Yeah, but I think the X-Men set is do you know if it's coming out before or after? Or, I'm
um,
sorry, like
it should be after
yeah,
Disney
after,
Plus.
yeah. Okay. Oh no, I know. I mean like after rotation. It is, right? So
It should be after
Disney,
July. Yes,
yeah. So okay. So that's good. So it'll be 2 sets that have objects.
which will be good. And then the new WWE figures that just came out are
That's
also going.
interesting. The John Cena.
Because I think they just want to simplify all the rules, so they're just getting rid of the multiverse rules. So
Yeah.
And then I don't think any of the monthly Ellies play. Oh, the Poison Ivy that gave extra.
Certain teams, certain teams that the scientist team that had the +3. That might be the only one.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that saw play.
So the format's gonna be, well, I mean, I guess we're gonna have to wait until the first, because it's a long time. Because like people want to, well, what am I gonna build for I actually seen a couple people do this already, and I'm like, oh, I'm already building for post rotation. I'm like, dude, not only is that like 4 months away, whatever, but there's still a Disney Plus, and the X-Men X Swords are gonna come out before you even get to. So like, it could be completely different.
There's a lot coming.
And we know 100% they're objects, so like that can change how you build your team. So like, I kind of always want to tell people, chill, man, chill. So George, if you're listening, you need to cut that out, because you're already showing me your team's post rotation, but you don't even know what's coming out. So that's what he was doing. I'm like, dude, you gotta wait for all these sets to come out still. So I think also that this we won't really impact it. It won't impact as much as it seems, because there's Silver Age.
Correct. Actually, we're going to segue into topic 2, which is Silver Age. So
yeah, perfect.
All right, so we're going to get started off with Silver Age. Just to remind everyone, it's from Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Moving forward, basically anything with a dial on the back of the card is good to go. So WizKids made an announcement, and they are we'll start off with the ban list. So all special terrain dials. It makes sense that they're going to do it. It makes designing maps easier. Also, there's previous maps that were already built that there was issues with them, so just X-nay that all together. We have the Blackbird resource style, obviously no resources. The Fast Forces Penguin, that's something we already had in bronze. Pat, you want to go into that one?
The Penguin,
yeah,
that's like basically you can just infinite attack with things that can generate with autonomous with Legion. That's number 1.
Yeah,
but I think more so now with the rally die, with things that say friendly rolls or all rolls, you can just get those really powerful effects with this, and that could be very, very broken,
yeah,
to say the least.
So it definitely can take advantage of Vulture and
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
God, that makes okay. Finish the rest of them. We'll talk about those two, because
Jason Wingard.
Yeah, that's interesting.
His mind control takes a lot of time, and also
for sure.
Moving forward, if they just ban him in Silver Age, they don't have to think of any figures like with bystanders and how it's going to work with Jason. It's just they can make a figure with bystanders.
Yeah, okay. Then we'll go there. We'll talk about more about that, because I wanted to go into this more, because he's not on our list.
True.
And I would like to say we have smarter minds. We have 2 guys that are like really, really deep into this.
Dude, yeah, that is impressive. Their thought process. Lastly,
exactly.
They have 3 IDs on the ban list: Captain America, U.S. Agent, and Green Lantern. Both Captain America and Green Lantern add actions when you make a successful hit. That can be very abusive with all the autonomous things we have in our formats today.
So that's going to be something that I think that's fine, because it could get crazy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You just keep going.
Yes. Oh, it's too
And
especially with all the hits and misses. You're generating a bunch of guys, and you get to act with them all.
And the U.S. Agent one is no barrier or smoke or something, right? So I think they got. I think these are fine, whatever. I'm indifferent on the terrain dials.
Yeah.
Because for me, which is why we have a map list.
Yes.
Because they just have it all, and we also, because when we try to design our maps for the Majestix series, we try to really take into account what can be abused for playing whatever team or whatever, especially terrain. So we try to keep that in mind. But because the ROC maps are crazy, the terrain dials can make it even crazier. So that's why they put it on here. And I think that's a mistake, but they kind of made their bed by making the ROC maps the way they are, which has to ban these, because these are good elements to have on your a terrain dial.
Dude, they're solid. They supply a lot of good effects.
There's and it just gives you more options, but whatever. They don't want the ID card thing from Blackbird. I get it. Now the Hawkeye and Vulture, as far as I know, they still do one.
It doesn't work, right?
Doesn't work, correct?
Yeah.
So what I from what I hear, from what I can gather, they're safeguarding themselves from if they make an errata or something that says they can do it multiple times, like Jason Wingard.
Yes.
But then, to me, that's dumb, because what if it doesn't happen? Then you just put these 2 pieces there that people maybe want to play.
Exactly.
Maybe they don't, but to me, it's like there's no actual functional reason why they're there, other than you're scared. They're scared that they might do something, but I go with, until they do something, just let it be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's less pieces on the list, which is easier. And number 2, shit, what if somebody wants to play them, man? Let them play it. If they can only do it one time.
Exactly. Like, okay, you get 2 attacks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, how is that any different than a Sky Tyrant attacking twice? So yeah, I think that's the Jason Wingard one. Okay, so remember we had talked about this, and we decided to go with Bizarre Green Arrow, right?
Yes.
And they decided to go with Jason. Wingard. And the consensus for us was Bizarre Green Arrow can be more abused.
Yes.
With other effects. But for them, they're saying Jason Wingard can be more abusive with their own effects, with other effects. And for us, it was the same reason why we banned Ultron 7. Obviously our philosophy in Bronze is to be able to still play the pieces and have a lot of options, but to take out the actual things that make it busted. Yes. So if there was a choice between a piece that is like a narrow piece versus a piece that you can play in multiple types of teams, we'll take out the narrow piece, so that you can play the piece that can be used in a bunch of different things.
Yes.
Right. So like Bizarre Green Arrow, really, it's just a narrow thing that can be abused. But Jason Wingard, he has a lot of playability, has a lot of things he could do. So we kept it, but they went a different route. Now, when it comes to like the ID card thing, I'm sorry, for the U.S. agent, one of the reasons why they were saying that, the Jason Wingard and the Penguin thing, right? It would take too long. Like the game would just take too long.
Yeah.
Well, if you take out the U.S. agent, card, then they can just infinitely barrier, basically. Then you can't stop it. And then that's just going to take even that's another reason why the game can go long. But if you have a US agent, you can at least have a turn to preempt them barriering or whatever. There's a lot of effects in here that can, like in silver, that can bust through stuff, shoot through stuff, whatever, move through it and remove it, whatever.
Yeah.
But just to like take out something where, what if there's a strategy in silver that comes up where there's just like, you just can't get through some kind of barrier thing.
Then they'll probably look at bringing it back.
Yeah. Okay. So but then by that reasoning, then they should just take this off already.
Because it hasn't done
and now
anything.
It becomes, because like,
because
to me, you should put stuff on if like there's really something that that's going to be 100% going to be like dumb.
And when we had like full bronze with like everything, it was never that played. Like once in a while, people would play
it. Exactly. And remember, in ours, we had walls. We had the wall construct legal.
Yeah.
So like, there's more free barriers that we had, right? And then you had the power battery that was actually can use as a barrier. Like there's all things, right? But US Agent was a very fringe piece.
Yeah, because there was only the one, right? The 80.1 from Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then we're gonna get a new one in the Disney Plus series. So, but yeah, it hasn't done anything yet. Like I agree.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, if I feel like they need to do some, because like right now, a lot of people, if you look at the consensus, people don't want to see the IDs.
Yes.
Right. If you look at the poll, it's like overwhelming. It's like a 2-to-1, 3-to-1 ratio right now.
Don't want
no
IDs.
Okay. If you're gonna go by that, then they should put the IDs on the ban list, because that's something that you're scared of. But it's not, because they want to do more information gathering, data gathering for any future changes. Well, then they should do that for some of these. Of course, for us, like we already, like, we've been doing it for years, so we know we actually have the data to back up when we have our stuff.
Very true.
But
there is a process.
I think it's exciting. I really still don't think the ID cards is a good idea. Because I was explaining it to people who don't know about ID cards.
Yeah.
I told them. I remember this is what I was telling someone. This is how I explained. I said, for the short term, it's going to be exciting because there are a lot of people who've never seen ID cards because it's been a couple of years. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be this brand new thing that everybody's going to try. Blah blah blah. But then the people like me and you who've seen it, we're all of us are like, oh no, now we know, like we know, because we know already how it was.
Yeah.
Like we were born in this, they've merely adopted it, right? To quote Bane, like, so they don't know what it's actually like, because we know what it is because we've been there, that they don't. So if once we actually, the people who've been in it can see and show them like why maybe we should take it out, then they're also going to probably jump on board. Because one of the main things is, every piece now is the same. Any 50-point piece is now the same, right? That's what I was explaining to somebody. I was like, look at Harry Leland, look at Haha Joker. You see how one does this and one does that? Oh, no. They both have Charge Flurry.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean they both have Charge Flurry? They can both call in Wolverine and Charge Flurry.
Yeah.
So they both do that, like if there's no IDs, they actually have to function how they're supposed to function.
Yeah, no, it's going to be the main battery figure with support around it.
Yeah,
but some people are saying that's not going to happen. It's going to be a diverse format.
I guess we'll see. I just think that the intent of this one, I was actually talking to, we were having this discussion, Emilio and I. It was actually a pretty good discussion. If there was some errata on it, or some kind of something where, how Recruiter scores it
immediately
when you recruit the guy in, that makes you think twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? If they had that for the ID cards, you score it immediately. Hey, you're giving up 50 points,
or even more if you're playing like big boys.
So now you have to see. Now you have to like think about it. Or maybe there's a cap. You give up this, like you give up this or this, whichever's higher.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
That's fair. You
like
got to
let's
make
say
it fair.
you give like, okay, you're gonna give up 50 points,
Like,
or the point of the guy, or 50 points, whichever's more.
or yeah, like half the cost, or up
Or
to
something,
50 points.
whatever it is, but it needs to be more than a 5-point thing, because there really is no drawback, because you can do it at any time in the turn. You can do it if you have action tokens. Remember, the old way was fine.
Old way was difficult.
Yes, you had to do it in the beginning of the turn, and you had to do it when you had no action tokens. So that was an actual real cost to your team building. Now there's no cost. It's literally just 5 points.
And like you had to set it up the turn before, so like they could see where you're gonna call in your guy.
Yeah,
not I'm gonna TK him over here, TK him again, and then he's in your face.
I think that's a main problem with why the IDs are bad, and that's also why I think they also stopped making it, because I remember we haven't seen it in a couple of years. So it shows me that like bringing back ID cards kind of goes against like the philosophy of what WizKids was doing, because they stopped doing it. They never stopped making objects. They kept making objects. So that obviously the objects are fine, but the ID cards were a problem because they stopped.
It was it was very abusive in modern.
Yeah, anytime they say, anytime they stop doing something, that means there's something in their something internally, or something that was like, you know what, we need to stop because we need to look at it again. And it can come back in a different form. Look what they did with the relics, right?
Yeah.
When they stopped making relics, because, you know what, there was something wrong with it. And then they came back with equipment objects.
Yeah.
So, and then ever since then, we've had equipment objects. So Avenger Symbol's the first one, and then everything before that was still relics.
Okay.
And then when they saw that, okay, actually works, so they just refined it, but it's always been objects since then.
Yeah. And Mighty Thor is when they finally finalized their format of how they like it.
Exactly. So maybe if they come out with new ID cards, and then they can like, or if they do come on ID cards, or there's new rules, maybe they might say, okay, these are the new retroactive for these old ones.
Yeah.
We don't know though. But yeah, I still don't like the fact that it makes it homogenous now, because we can all call in the same guy. But you know, I guess we'll have to see, because like one of the arguments for ID cards is you get to play more pieces, number one, which is always good. Number two, the sidelines are so full that how many can you actually play on your team without it like kind of changing what you want to do with your team, right? Because now you have, besides the Sentinels, like Sentinels, Scroll, Troublemakers, Trouble Alerts, Shifting Focus, then now you have ID cards, and then you have Recruiter.
It eats up a lot of slots.
Yeah, so that is maybe that could be enough of a cost, but you know, I remain unconvinced, because there are some stupid ID cards now with newer pieces that are stronger, that are lower points.
Yeah, power creep is real.
Before it was fine because they have to be really high points. Now there's some great 50 and 40 point pieces that you can call in that are busted. So
yeah.
All right, and then what's their watch list is all ID cards, so I mean that could be something.
Yeah, so watch list, all ID cards. So they did clarify some things. So they would like to add that all ID cards, even those that were released prior to Superior Foes, hence us talking about the other ones. So there's a new rule for ID cards. You can't have an ID card in your force that shares a name with another ID card on your force.
Yeah, so they're basically okay.
So Wolverine Wanted poster, and then the Wolverine Faculty ID, you only get one. So I think that's good. That's at least a step in the right direction of keeping things a little controlled. And then, so they did a new errata on the setup. So when you reveal your force, choose a character on your sideline whose name matches on this ID card and turn it to its starting line. That character is called an ID character. You can't have more ID characters on your sideline than characters on your starting force. Unique.
Yeah, so that's okay. Well, how's that different? Because you're just reading it.
They said before they used real name to match. So I believe
that's one.
Yeah, and
it's at the beginning of the game. This is reveal forces.
Oh yes,
there's a difference.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes a big difference actually. because now you don't have you can't
Adjust.
adjust when after you set up.
Good catch.
And basically now other identities are equivalent to real names.
Okay, that
right?
makes sense. Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
what it says on there? Real name is yeah. Did they say anything about that real name and
They didn't
I
say.
missed it.
Yeah, no, they just said
Because
on the. They didn't say anything on this one. Who name matches the name on this ID card and turn it to its starting line. They didn't say anything about other identities or.
Oh wait, it says wait. So it says what? It says name or real name matches.
So that's the before. That's the original. Choose a character on your sideline with a name or real name matching this ID card and turn it to its starting line.
Oh, and then it just says characters whose name matches the name on this ID card. Interesting, because I thought I could have sworn someone was telling me that anything that says real name now is basically other identity. So if it says Steve Rogers, you could still play Steve Rogers.
That's what I was reading too.
I guess no. Okay, and then we know about this Surtur thing because they did this with.
It's basically what we did, but it's now official. Yeah. So,
yeah, so take that, Adam. Because remember, Adam was like, "No, until it has a thing," and I'm like, "No, it's gonna be like that, dude. Trust me." So that's why we kept it that way.
I know.
And then now validated.
I know. Just let it go, Adam. All right.
So they saying, no.
This is how it is. All right. So they still have a watch list on. So all the IDs as we talked about, they have Ha 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 Joker. Corrupt Cop from Fast Forces Harley Quinn, Daredevil, Giant Girl from the main set, Groot, Giant Girl from the Fast Forces set, Connelly Lockjaw, Proteus, the green one, the rare, Wendigo, Moira X are still on the watch list. All ID cards.
Jesus, I feel all those are removed. I feel like
that's all the Undying stuff is silly because you just can't win with it. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, if people are gonna try that, for me, I don't think, other than the ID cards, I think all of these are fine.
Yeah,
because they were fine when they were legal, and I don't, and like you said, how are you gonna win if you're just playing like an undying team? It's very hard. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
and then they removed a bunch of stuff.
So they removed Jakeem. Woohoo! Free Jakeem.
Unimind.
Yeah, Minnie, of course, Black Panther.
Good.
Yeah. So I think it looks fine. They're moving the right direction.
Of course, compared to our list, of course, we have more stuff on there, but it's because we have older stuff. So of course we have like team bases and we have like files, so all the older card figures.
Yeah. Copycat.
But from the newer stuff we have, we don't have that much in terms of the newer stuff, right? Other than like Legion, Penguin.
Yeah,
it's like Legion. Is Legion, Penguin, Bizarre Green Arrow?
I think so.
Something else? I think most of the stuff are like
older stuff. Yeah.
So okay.
All right. Cool. Well, that concludes our Silver Age talk. So we're gonna move on. Realms Open Championship. Their circuit, the qualifiers. So they made a big announcement that they're going to start up their circuit again. All right, so their format, as we just kind of went into, is going to be Silver Age. So
wait, real quick, all the maps for Silver are legal, like all the maps.
Yes.
Holy crap! Okay.
Yeah, so any map from Superior Foes forward should be legal, but including all the rock maps.
Not like Titan Tower, right? Because that's not legal in Modern.
There was a few. So the ones that weren't legal in Modern were removed, like the Deadpool one. I think both the ones from the Deadpool one, and then I believe Titan Tower was
not Dark Dimension. Ugh.
If it was when it was Modern legal, then yes.
Okay, so because they're gonna have but they don't have that list, right? Because how's like me and you know, but like who's gonna know if they if they started last year?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why they need to have that up there because Dark Dimension was dumb.
It was annoying.
Yeah, that's why they put it on there. Oh, geez. Okay.
Oh, and I think anything with open space they may have taken off. Because I remember seeing the list.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. I kind of want to see that. Okay.
All right. So Silver Age. So what's Silver Age? Superior foes. Already went into that. Map legality, just as we talked about, is going to be superior foes and ROC maps beginning of January 2019 will be used for legal play.
2019. Oh, ROC 2019. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Further map. So prizes, they're going to do more ROC maps for prizing into the kits. You're going to earn your WKO points for nationals and worlds for this stuff, and is also going to feed into the ROC Cup. And then here are some events coming up for.
Yeah, there's a lot. How many of them? 10?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
So if you're in the area, go check it out. Bring your ID cards.
First one, there's 2. The first 2 are on the 16th, and then after that's 23rd and the 30th and the 1st. So they should be good. How many people do you think are gonna? What's the average number of people you think are gonna be going to these events? Because there's only 10, but it is within a 3-week period.
Say 15 to 20-ish. I think people want to play.
I'm gonna go with no place will get less than 25. That's what I think. Because I'm looking at so Kilted Classic, I feel like he's gonna get like 40 or 50.
Because he's been hyping it up as another event for a while already.
So I think that's gonna be big. Highlander Games, I think that might be one of the. Oh, you know what? That's in New Jersey. That's right there in Boonton. That's where WizKids is. So I think that's at least 25. Space Cadets, Texas.
They always get a good turnout.
The one where I think that's the one where Mike SQ won with Thanos, and I think that had 31 players. Lucky Dice, they're gonna get over 30. Gone Guy, they're gonna get over 30. They get 30 just on a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah.
House Rules Gaming. Oh, that's where
it's in Florida.
Who plays there?
It's by Orlando.
No, but what's his name?
David
Newmark and them.
Yep.
They're gonna push
Matthew.
that shit, right? They're gonna get over 25. Comic Dimension, I think they're gonna get over 25 too, because that's one of the big ones over there. My buddy Chris runs it. Smetch Rats, I think. So of these, I think the ones that'll get the lowest, if they might not hit 25, would be maybe Comic Dimension, Smetch Rats, and Isle of Games.
Okay.
I think Comic Cult will hit over 25 easy, just because it's going to be pulling from everywhere around the area. If we can get over 25, they're going to get more, because it's also it's in LA.
True.
So it's farther up, So I think that it should be fun. Let's see how many green arrows are going to be in the top 8 of these events. Jesus.
Too good. All right, so that'll conclude our ROC event. So we're going to move on to my event that I had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so you had one of our it was just like a win a map like master mold thing, right?
Yeah. I don't think I ever went master mold this time. I think the big one was Fulcum.
Nice.
All right, so So
look, remember what I said? Who were going to be in the finals?
You did. You were very, very right. All right. So Jesse Cote with his mystical theme +7, won with Blackheart, Doctor Strange from the new War Realm set, Tangent Green Lantern, Felix Faust, KC Green Lantern, Tri-Sentinel, Spin Ring, and a Reign of Terror map bonus.
Nice. It's your recruiter mystical team that I think it's starting to get more and more popular now.
Mm-hmm.
Spamming a bunch of guys, and then if they die, Green Tangent brings them back again.
Yep. So one of the moves that I saw Jesse do was recruit out a Wendigo, and then have it do its 3 attacks. Take the Mystics first, die. Tangent comes up, pops out another Wendigo, do another 3 attacks. I was like, wow, it's a lot of damage. So
yeah, and then probably using the Doctor Strange for the extra damage, right?
Yes. So it's proccing so much damage from those Wendigos, and then all the hits and misses is bringing out his troublemaker guys.
Yeah, that is that's brutal.
Not including there's a Blackheart on the team.
Yeah, that's interesting. 2 Tricentenals too.
Yeah,
and then second was Paul.
Yep, he was bringing.
Oh, there it is, Jason Wingard. The Jasons again.
Yep, Jason's, Blackheart, Black Leopard, and Groot, and Green Proteus, Spin Ring, and Reign of Terror for Mr. Blackheart.
Wingard, Sparta, Blackheart. That's awesome.
Yeah, Sparta's good.
Yeah.
All right.
And then what are some of his? So Demonicus, right? Yes, yeah.
Demonicus
is like a staple.
Captain Marvel, Commissioner, Isaac, but I think Demonicus is the usual one. Sean played a Jason double Wingard team with
there you go,
Black Leopard. So
Dang,
lots of Wingards.
So Jesse had to go through Jason Wingard and Jason. Did he play this guy too?
Yeah, he played him.
Jesus,
it was close.
Well, I mean, if you can't get around Tricentenal, they don't do anything. Wow. Okay. And then fourth,
Eric Kaufman with Thanos,
of course.
Legacy Thanos.
Oh, Kaufman, I could have guessed the tent pole.
That's
he only plays tent poles.
That's what. So I made that comment to him at one of the events he came to. I was like, "Hey, so what tent pole are you playing today?" And he looked at me confused, and he's like, "I don't always play tent poles." And that day he didn't.
Come on, man.
But he had a figure that was 100 points. So I was like, "That's pretty close."
100. It's got to be 150 or more to be a tent pole.
But no, you are 100% right. He always plays that tent pole, big figure.
I mean, the last time he was here, he played Doom.
Doom 200, right?
Doom, remember? Yeah, he was the only tent pole out of the top 8. Remember?
Yeah.
Dang. Of course, it's like it's like well, I remember he's just like well, he barely gives up any points because like they might kill like 50 or 60, maybe, and then he kills like 100.
That's how you get the win.
Because it's hard. It's like if you remember his team, it was hard to kill Franklin too.
Yes. Oh my God.
So he had to go after like an engineer and work on Franklin. That's really hard.
That's never a good strategy, is to go work on Franklin.
Yeah, but he has no choice because the next move is work on Doom. Good luck.
Yeah, I know.
So that's definitely Jason Wingard. I'm sorry, Jason of Sparta is a top piece right now because I know around here there's people playing Jason of Sparta as well.
He's too good.
So at the WinterCon stuff, I think there's going to be some Jason Sparta action going on. Check it out. So this is what I was interested to know. Go up, look at those two teams. Jason of Sparta, right? And the Jason of Sparta teams. Okay.
Yeah.
For me, I would really love to see what this team does against the animal team. You know why? Because if you drop off Maggot and you poison Jason, it's over.
So the animal team did get to play the Paul Roller team. It was close.
It was okay. So it was close. Okay. I was gonna say close. But if Jeff was playing it, it would be a different story. Because I'm like,
you're too kind, sir.
Yeah, because I'm like, you have literally 2 maggots that's gonna run through the team, dude. Yeah. Not only are you gonna double poison the whole team, but you're also going to attack with them and then attack with Goliath, and you're either gonna get a freaking like a samurai or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like all this
and
crap
poison again. Yeah.
And I was even thinking about this. I was like, it'd be really bad is like you hit Blackheart for 2 and then you just double poison him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's always fun to kill a Blackheart in one turn.
That'll be an interesting I think that'll be a cool match. But I this is why like one of the teams that we it was because of this reason, because people do play like animals and maggots here, X-Men and stuff.
Yeah.
That I always implore people they play to play either Brainiac or whoever, but normally Brainiac, the entity, because it gives Jason farther move, because if you pick sidestep, he can go farther. If you go +1 move sidestep, or I'm sorry, if you go one. I think it is plus one move. I don't know, but
Yeah.
if you do sidestep, he can sidestep and then move, so it's farther.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if you pick imperv, they can't poison. He can't die. You're gonna get your attack next turn 100%. So that's why it's been really successful. The people, of course, it's 25 points, but on the next turn, if you really think about it, since Sparta has blades in charge, he can actually pick the next turn. He can actually just pick +1 attack and outwit.
And just go.
And now he can charge the next turn after he did that thing, and now he can actually attack with an 11 attack blades and then he has outwit. So and he moves 11, so he's charging 6. Woo.
Yeah, so he's more useful than just carrying people.
Yeah. The way that I play him here is like I do that, get us, set it up, and then the next turn it's like attack with him and then the two other guys, and then like a free if you're playing Wonder Woman, free in cap and then attack. Like you can get all of these attacks quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if nobody's playing like Shredders, man. Nobody's playing Shredders. Jeez. I think it's time to, like, teams like this. I think Shredders just like eat, right?
It's a time to bring Shredders back.
Yeah, dude. Go to Jesse's team real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he have a bunch of like one-click guys?
Try Sentinel, Green Lantern. Faust is like 3 clicks. Tangent's like 4.
Yeah, and then also
Blackheart's like 4.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean,
Strange is Strange isn't probably that many, maybe 5.
No, he's 6. I mean, you're not going to attack him. You're just going to be hitting. Yeah, I mean, you're going to go after. Dude, that Blackheart could go down really fast, dude. Like he could go down really fast with it because he won't be able to mastermind that sidestep in.
Nope, just it's so easy to.
Dude, it's so easy if you can hit Blackheart to the stop click and then Mini moves in and then you can carry him back and he sidesteps him, he's dead.
Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah, I think there's some cool things you could do in Silver with him too. But all right, well that's cool. You had 8 players, 9 players?
9.
Okay, good. That's good. Okay.
All right, and we'll segue into your event coming up. All right, so you, sir, have a WonderCon Bronze Age Championship coming up at the Hilton for WonderCon. It is April 2nd, 2022 at 7 p.m. Yeah,
so this is weird, right? It's a random weird time, 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually have a it's like the WonderCon weekend. So actually, if you go to the main site, it has the schedule on there. If you go to our main site, but
it's Majestix.
Yeah, it's basically 2 days with 3 events.
Okay.
Starting with Friday's event, so it's just like a Heroclix WonderCon weekend. Couples casual events, and then the WonderCon championship. But it starts, click on that one right there. Boom. Okay. See, so the schedule, you could see, the Thursday event is, it's a casual 400-point theme team. And then, so that also starts at 7. But the interesting thing about how WonderCon works here is on the convention floor is only open on Saturday, Sunday. So the events on Fridays that start is at actually the Hilton next to WonderCon.
Oh, perfect.
You still need a badge, but I don't know how like strict they are because it's not really it's part of WonderCon, but not really. But we have a section in there that we're going to have, it's a gaming hall, a gaming ballroom. And the first one is a theme team. If you look, there's this casual, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to, I want people to just like, hey, play something fun. And of course, I think the pricing's pretty good. I think it's okay, but I just kind of want them to just play, and people who are there for the weekend, they just have fun from 7 until midnight because the con close, or the ballroom for gaming closes at 12.
Oh, okay.
So we have 5 hours there. So we could go 3 rounds and top 2, whatever. That's 4 hours, perfect.
Nice.
And then on Saturday, we have a sealed event, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's super crossover sealed. Now, this is, I would love to do this at some point for like a side event. People, when I first originally did this, people absolutely loved it. But you gotta have to have a lot of boosters. So like they do this at ROC Cup. So I have all the boosters from recent sets. and you just pick any two. It doesn't have to be from the same set, and you build your team and go.
Nice.
Um, it's awesome because you could get some like 2 different X-Men sets. You could get a Justice League set, a Rebirth set. Hell, you can get like you can get like a Star Trek set and something else if you want, whatever. But you know, it's I think all these have maps for pricing, but they're just it's supposed to be a fun thing. And this is actually on the convention floor, so we have a booth on the floor.
Oh, snap.
That is
very cool.
It's not really a booth. It's more like just like the gaming part in the convention floor.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, I really wish WizKids was gonna be there because I could get the con at least. Oh my god,
that'd be sick.
But yeah, we're gonna have a booth there, and it's just really just gaming and sealed product. They specifically told us like if you're gonna run events, you can only do sealed stuff there. You can't do like constructed or whatever. I was like, fine, we'll do sealed there, and so we have the product.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah, on Saturday night. So that's at noon on Saturday night at 7 after the con closes, because the con closes I think at 6 or 6:30. We're gonna move it at Hilton, and this is the championship. So this is a Bronze Age championship. I think $15 entry. The pricing's pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I think there's a
full com. Yeah. Quad.
What else?
Solid.
Quad. Yeah, and then the map. And it's just supposed to be kind of like to cap off the WinterCon event, and again 7 to 12, and we'll see how many people we get, because people are going to go there for the con, but having events in the evening time means we might get more players, because after they're done they might want to just play some games and then be done. But it should be cool.
Yeah, it sounds very exciting.
I expect like maybe 6, 8 to 10 players, because like again they are going to be having to still get the convention badge, which is I don't know how much it is, because we didn't have, I didn't even look, because we get badges.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the next time we do something like this, like if we have enough time, you can come down.
Yeah, sounds fun.
We can definitely because they ask us like who needs a badge, and it was just me and Will.
Oh,
but
nice.
I was like, oh, can we get more? I was like, shit, I didn't know we could get more.
Dang. Well, I'll be in Hawaii when you're doing this.
Yeah, nice. So this will be the last like bronze event before we like roll out the whole new or the new circuit that's coming out for us. The Majestix Open Series is coming back, so you guys are paying attention. We have a new map, which you can share. Yeah, you can show them later, just a second. But we're going to be having regionals. We're going to be having invitational qualifiers for our 2K. So I mean, I guess this could be the next topic. So yeah, the next topic is the Majestix Open Series. Similar to what we did a few years ago, and the ROC kind of like preempted us. But we're going to have like six to eight invitational qualifiers. We're going to have like 8 invitational qualifiers, and the winner of each qualifier will get invited to our 2K finale in December, where it's 2K, and then first place gets 1,000, and then the next they split the 1,000, and then they get to design a map. There's going to be maps that are going to be coming out, 4 maps this year, with one cool thing. They're all going to be connected as one gigantic like 4 map thing.
I was looking at it. I was looking at this map and I was like, man, this would look really good if it connected to something else.
Yes.
I was telling myself that earlier. That's so perfect. Oh my God.
Yeah. I was going to let you know that about the, so all of these, so go ahead and I guess you can show it. But let me show you something cool.
This is this is Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah. So what's the it's Glass Lake. It's Camp Glass Lake.
Yeah. I was looking at all these trails. I was looking at the layout. It's looks so nice. Steve does such beautiful work.
Yeah,
I love the one random non-water terrain over here. Like the attention to detail is so good.
He is dude, he gets so excited too. He just messaged me today. He's like, you wanted to spread these out for the next year, for the whole year, right? You don't want them all right now, because he was like chomping at the bit. He's like, how many maps do you want? I was like, well, shit, hold on, let me you're getting me all excited, because he like when he gets pumped,
yeah,
and he likes the IP, dude, he gets nuts. Okay, now show this picture. I think this is a cool little trick that he did. This will be the new map that will be the first thing that will be available for our event on May 21st. Okay, so our event on May 21st is the first invitational qualifier. We're gonna have a bunch of cool pricing. This is the map for it. This is one of 4 maps that are going to connect. This is Friday 13th. The other 3 are also going to be from horror movies. Now, this is if you put both map. If you had 2 maps and you put them together, this is what it looks like.
That looks really good. I like it.
Now, the other cool thing is, even if you just have one half of this, the other half of it will connect to a different map from another movie. And then the bottom will connect to a different map from another movie. And then on the bottom left of that, to make it a square, will be a 4th movie. And they're all like horror based.
This is good.
But they're all going to be similar looks. So if anybody you want to guess what movies that are, I'll just give a hint. They're kind of like remote, like city, urban, suburban type places. It's going to be kind of like this.
Okay.
So you guys can try to figure it out, because we did talk about it. He's like, it's going to be weird if you're connecting and there's like a city next to this, and it's not supposed to be like that because this is out, in the boonies.
Oh, Blair Witch Project.
So there's this should be a fun map. I think it has everything.
Yeah, it looks fun to play on. I like the terrain layout.
Yep. There's some openness, there's some hindering, there's blocking, and it's and also what the main thing is, it's not symmetrical.
That's
like the thing he always goes. He's like, okay, wait, you don't want it symmetrical, because you look at it. One of them has a blocking of this little cabin, and the other one is just hindering up there. It's like a bush and a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this would be a good map to play like a multiplayer on.
Yes.
So
I like it.
That's what that is. Now we already have a few. So obviously I'm doing it on the 21st, and then you're doing it a couple weeks after that, but yours is actually going to be a 1K.
Yeah, for June 5th.
So that's going to be awesome. And then, there are a couple of places that we're looking at. We're, just finalizing the details, but we're also, the kits are going to be cool, because we're going to have the full ATA card sets again, or not again, but now they're new. We're going to have the location cards again. We're going to have new dice, because I have a new logo that Jeremiah Peterson hooked me up with. Oh, no. So that's a new 2022. And then we're going to have the tokens. Now, the tokens aren't just going to be from the newest set. It's going to be tokens that
span time.
We would see the most of in bronze. So that, you don't just get some random like, oh, why did you give me a chain gang token when that guy's banned? You know what I mean? So okay, we're gonna
Walking Woods, Carnage symbiotes,
yep, name
Isaac bystanders, Chewies, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Maggots.
Keep going.
Dr. Demonicus pogs. Because those are like the good stuff. Okay, the good stuff.
What else?
The new record pogs.
Just gonna say record pogs.
I was gonna say that new record's like pretty good, right?
Yeah. Okay. Record. Who else?
Kismet, always solid. The Enclave, right?
There's one big one though. Okay, so those I think we won't. I'm gonna have to choose certain ones, because I think like Kismet that's like a narrow piece. Nobody plays that other than a Jason Wingard. Whereas you can actually play a Demonicus on a scientist team. He's actually pretty good on a team like that. Because who else is a scientist? Alia Gregor. She gives +1 combat values to snaps. Right? Combo and also King. The Ant-Man Pogs are also bystanders, and they're scientists, things like that, right? But the Latverian Village make those.
Yes.
A lot of people use those, right? And I have to probably look at the Iceberg Lounge again, maybe. Like some people might use those. Right? Like
forgotten maps.
Because now, I mean,
they're out of favor because they're not modern, so people forget about them.
But now that we have, but I'll remember silver. So you can also use these for silver now.
Correct. Very true.
So now that the location, of course, the more and more objects we're going to see that people are playing, things like that are going to be great for them to take. I'm trying to think what there was a couple other ones that I think you named like all the top ones, but
yeah,
one of more of the recent ones. Oh, Lockheed.
Yes.
Didn't make Lockheed. That's one. Lockheed and Becky Barnes.
Also Chase.
Becky Barnes. There you go.
Get it.
Yeah, that's one. And is there anything from this last set or the last couple sets that? No, probably not, huh? I'm also trying to think like because people have been playing and they're trying to proxy stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's what we need to make. And I should have just been writing them down, which I didn't. So
let's make a list.
I remember I asked you to make a list, and I made you gave me the list, and I'm just like, whatever. But we'll do the first batch because also what I wanted to do was one of the things that I wanted to add. I want to know what you think about this because it actually matters now. I was putting it in our Bronze Age chat. There are a lot of things that reference KO area and sideline.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but when people play, they just kind of like throw their stuff aside when they die or whatever, and you don't know which is which.
Yeah.
Let's say you put two. Let's say you put those the neoprene mat for WWE ring.
Yeah.
Like you put two of those together and just label one KO and one sideline.
That sounds cool.
And you can put that at every table, so that people know what's what when they're not only keeping track of score, but like, man, with recruiter and ID cards for silver, you're gonna have to know which is which.
It's a lot
because because each thing has to be assigned. So I think maybe that might be something to look at least.
Some sort of organizational helper.
Yeah, because also it takes a long time when they're like it's a close game and they go, how many points did I get? And then they have to like ruffle through all the figures that you got. Oh no, I killed that guy, not that one. And then they were like, oh no, remember this one didn't die, he went away.
So one thing Jesse did at the last event that I had here was he had his notebook and he wrote down every time he scored points, he wrote down every time his opponent scored point and kept track the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you're supposed to do that. About. He had a lot going on.
We should be doing that already. Like maybe it should just be a score pad.
It could be.
I think that's I did that and I let Kenny use it when at Worlds one time because I had one of those I don't know those.
I know
ones that you can like.
I know what you're talking about.
You can write with the stylus and you can erase it after.
And you just press a button and it clears, right?
Yeah, that one.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
God, I'm stupid. Boogie board or something, whatever.
Yeah, just leave it in the comments, guys.
Yeah, but oh man, if somebody watched anyway, but I let him use it for the remainder of like the day because he saw that I had it and I was writing score and he was like, dude, can I just use that for the? It's like, yeah, here. So he used it for every time the feature match and he was just writing down the score and each time we just erase it because then it was easy. That's a good idea. You know what? I think we need to train people to just do that already. But also you still need that mat though, because you need to know which is a sideline.
Yeah.
That like, let's say, maybe the game you forgot like that Brainiac didn't die. He actually left. He goes back to the sign that's supposed to being scored.
So you could even you could even do it just like a little strip, right? And then you could have the circles printed on there.
No, the problem with that is here's the problem with that. There are duo figures and 2x2s. So you're gonna have to have different size. If they're all one size, I'm fine. That's perfectly fine. But if not, how are you gonna do that, right?
Yeah.
The circles, right? You unless they're all gonna be 2x2s, at that point it's huge. So I think you just got to do like especially if you're playing a bunch of colossals, what are they gonna do? So maybe you don't put the figure there. Maybe you put the card there.
Okay.
That might be. Maybe it might be. Do you think that might be easier than actually putting the figures? I think it would be because in that way you just, I don't know.
And you just have your stack of cards and the little
of like at least at the very least for the KO zone.
Okay.
So that like they could take it off and put it there.
Most people don't take their cards out though. So I think the figure would be better.
Oh no. What? They don't mean they have to take their cards
Well,
out.
I know they take their cards out, but most
they have to though. That's like just a rule.
no,
Because you have to know that they have the physical stuff.
No, I 100% agree. But most people have it in a stack right here on the side, like next to them. Instead of like shuffling through, finding the right card to take more time, it's just easier to put the figure in the KO. I think it'd be better to do the figure.
Okay, yeah, whatever. I mean that really doesn't make a difference. But the point is you need to track it. However,
yes,
whatever the easiest way to track it, you just got to make sure that you know that this is there and not there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if it's a figure, fine. But like what I'm saying is, oh, did I call that in for tangent? Or no? Or did Brainiac die or did he roll and he left? I forgot what happened. Like things like that. So you know exactly where like which zone it's at, right?
Okay.
Because you need to track.
Especially tangent comes out of the KO zone, right?
Yeah. So, but you have to be able to track. Like, I chose this guy.
Yeah. So I guess put a dice next to it.
You still leave him in the KO zone, but like you probably put a mark on him or something. Yeah. But like, it's just for tracking purposes. For also like for recruiter, you'd be like, no. This Wendigo was on my main force. This Wendigo I recruited in, because if the Wendigo is from that you recruited in, you cannot choose him for the recruiter effect to call in a 10-point guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Then if you're looking for different, then what I like is the 3D printed bases that go underneath that you can do whatever color, right? So then it lets you know which one was from where.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I have those too.
Yeah, I like those.
But I think we're missing the point here. The point is you need to track.
Yes.
You need to have a separate area. That's what I'm saying. Is you need to have a separate zone for KO and a separate zone and a sideline. And within the KO zone, or whatever the KO zone, you need to know what's what. That's basically it. And then on the sideline, obviously, because the guys that go back to the sideline, like an ID card, if they didn't die, they go back to the sideline.
Yes.
Then the ID card would physically go to the KO.
Yes.
So they know that, hey, it's here. I did that because
like we used to do on Roll20, how we just move everything up to the KO pile.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And exactly if we KO'd, if it came back and KO'd twice, we would just copy and paste. But
exactly, but because we can't copy and paste that in real life, we have to do something else. So that's
like
what I mean.
Put a die on there and put 2 on it or something.
So that's why I want to make that as part of the kit.
Okay.
Like one neoprene thing to put in, with like our logo and it says KO and sideline or something like that. You know what I mean? And I think that's like going to be immensely helpful for any kind of discrepancy, because that's the last thing you want to hear is somebody calling you over because like they have a discrepancy of what's what.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I don't know, dude. I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Like, whatever. It's the same thing as like, when someone rolls a die and then they pick up the die and they said, I rolled a 5, and they goes, I didn't see it. Well, no, it was a 5.
Yeah.
And then you come over and you're like, I don't know. I didn't see it. So like now he has to like redo it again.
It's awkward.
Yeah. See, then that's really awkward. But if it's the same with the same, so that if it's there, then you're like, okay, well, I see it's there.
Yeah. No, that's good. Okay. So yeah, I got an idea of what it could look like. I think that'll be good.
Basically, what I had in mind is just a WWE mat. Like, the one that we proxy for the just like that size, and then just label it KO.
Okay.
Like have it printed with the KO, and then another one printed sideline. And actually, it would be cool to have the sideline to have actually 9 spots on there with the circles.
Yeah.
But
with the 2x2s and the big.
What if they're 2x2s? And I'm like, okay, so I have to ask. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Jeremiah how he can finagle that.
Probably do just like a basketball court, right? Do different circles with different colors.
How big is this going to be? Because he has to make 9 2x2s.
No one's going to play 9 2x2s on their sideline.
Now that you said that,
you're going to do it. You're going to do
someone's going to fucking. Hey, someone's going to have 9 Wendigos, but no.
For recruiter, right? Please do it.
Come on. Not just recruiter, but like it could also just be like a call-in. There are ID cards that you can call in. Giant girls. Oh no, you can't. No, you
Yeah.
can't.
No.
No, you can't. She's
because it was Wasp, right?
yeah, it's Wasp. Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
That's all right. You still
can't
got
do it.
Superman. 10-point Superman. He's better.
What are you talking? I'm talking about the 2x2s. He's not 2x2.
I know.
For the
I'm saying
for the
10-point Collins.
Oh, there's like, yeah, Superman. Is he the best one you can do?
You got invincible. Well, his Aurora Burst is the invincible, right?
Oh yeah, it's the invincible.
So
Yeah,
and then he's like 10 points
he's
for
pretty good.
sidestep.
Yeah, 10 points for sidestep. Yeah.
Go get your object turn 1. Mute point.
But
yeah.
All right. Well, that's. I think. Is there anything else we need to cover?
We can
finish. Yeah, you might as well look at the. Let's just look at the Connellys, right? Because we have a little bit more time. So this one just came out recently. Good thing we delayed this a little bit. So now we got to see.
So it looks like in July at San Diego Comic-Con, they're going to be selling. Are you going?
If I can get in through Alliance, I'm going to go because
I'm going to give you some cash.
Yeah, I'm going to try, dude. I'm going to like go if I can. See, I don't know how they're going to do it because they might, because from what I hear that sometimes if it's like this, they have like a limit.
Yeah.
But if they don't have a limit, then yeah, fuck, I'll go. Yeah, I'll fucking go. Yeah. Someone give me like a, dude. Can you imagine buy like 50?
Oh my god.
They just like sell them all because it's the first one is San Diego Comic-Con. The next one's like a month down the line or two.
I know.
So like they have time to just.
I know. And this is everyone. It's a Phoenix, right? And it's a Batman Catwoman. God. So those are two those popular things. So
you want to pop them up, bring them up here? Yeah, dude. I want to see. Oh my god.
I'm looking at them, but I'm not sharing my screen. I was like, oh, they're hella cool.
Hey, Roca, you know what's funny is like we both have like the same backgrounds.
Oh, our Windows 7 background.
No. Like look what's in behind me and what's behind you.
Our stock, yeah.
Look, if someone doesn't know any better, if there's no label, they think they're like at a Home Depot or something, looking at nails.
I know. Do you guys need your hardware?
Yeah, he's like, what size do you need?
Got your 3/8.
So these are all purchasable, right?
Yeah.
So it's these two are the first two, correct? Or is it more?
Yeah. This looks like just these two. You know, they might have more. They might have some of their older ones.
Oh my gosh, dude, I wonder how much it's gonna be. I bet you the Bat Cats will be 15, or do you think it's gonna be 20 because they're gonna up the price by then?
I think.
Right, because if the boosters right now
it's probably gonna be 20.
Remember, right?
And then what do you think, big boy? Probably 40.
Yeah. I'm thinking 50, man.
How much was the mammoth, the Phoenix mammoth, or the Ghost Rider mammoth? That's what it was. Wasn't it like 35?
It was 35. I don't know. 35 or 40.
So
then I think this is 50. Then
50,
if it's 35, then this has to be 50 because that was like a couple years ago. And this is the price hike, I think. Yeah, especially now, right? Like then they upped
a lot.
But they upped the starter from 40 to 50 to 70.
Mm-hmm.
So then this is like similar. This will. Oh my god! I hope it's not more than 50, please.
That's gonna be rough. But it comes. Yeah. The box looks Master Mold size because it comes in a rectangular box.
How much was Master Mold?
When they were selling them, wasn't he like 100 on their website?
Oh Lord! Don't tell me this guy's gonna be close to 100.
He's like half the size of Master Mold, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks cool.
And then Gen Con August is next. That's the next time. And these are the next batches you can get.
Yeah. So it's going to be DC Harley Quinn.
So these are purchasable then?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. Comic-Con players can also purchase the following convention exclusives. So you got Spider Hulk. That looks cool. And then this fantastic Thor's exclusive figure. And it comes with the Thor core. I can't see who it is. It looks like Silver Surfer. It's Fantastic Four. So
it's the Fantastic Four as the Thor core.
Yeah,
Jesus.
That's awesome.
All right. So 25, 25, 60.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then these are now. I think
this is the WizKids World Champion.
I feel these aren't going to be purchasable.
Promos available for early in the convention seasons. Player can also get the following convention exclusives.
Get.
So
wait, can you go up top? Does it say purchase or get?
It
No,
says
the
get.
above this, above. No, that one.
Where? Oh,
No,
this one?
Gen Con.
Gen Con? Purchase. And
Ah,
then
what does it say?
have 2 exclusive promos premiering. So they didn't really say. So I bet you'll be able to buy these. Punchline.
No, I don't think so. I think
No?
I think the previous 4 are going to be the purchasables, and these are the prizes for winning.
The winner moles? Okay.
Like the winnables, because which ones are they have to have winnables, right?
Yeah.
Which ones are they? They haven't shown it. I mean, I feel like they're gonna, because they normally do like 3 DC, 3 Marvel, and whatever. That's how they normally do it. What are they at here? Is it more?
Like
the winnables
DC.
normally Harley.
So it's 2 DC, 3 Marvel, and what 2 of Marvel's.
Okay, so it traditionally is this. Traditionally, it's 3 winnable DC, 3 winnable Marvel, and a winnable independent, and then there's usually 1 purchasable of Marvel and 1 purchasable of DC normally. But they've recently upped the purchasable to 2.
Okay.
Is there more than there other than these?
There's these 4, yeah. So Phoenix.
I feel like these are
Gamora attempts to rewrite reality. Birth of the Phoenix. That's going to be cool. Fan favorite.
Makes me wonder if let's say the Phoenix one is like the welcome gift for going.
Ooh, that'd be sick.
They did it for when in 2019 it was Storm.
Too good.
So and of these 4, this is the only one that looks different.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's the only one that looks different from the 4. I mean, it could be wrong, but
I think that one, honestly, I think the Phoenix looks the coolest. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Phoenix Force. They're always going to be freaking.
I don't know who Punchline is.
Oh, you don't know? Oh my God, I'm gonna forget that you said that.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, give that. She's basically a new the replacement Harley for Joker.
Oh, that's cool.
But she's not ditzy like Joker Harley. She's actually like pretty smart, like serious. Yeah, she's like the opposite of Harley.
Okay, well, I was never a Harley Quinn fan, so I might like her.
So, but she debuted, like her first appearance is worth a lot. Oh man, we're getting to the comics now. She's very popular, and her like her comics are worth a lot right now. Her first appearance.
Nice.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Right.
Yeah, when I saw, I was like, oh crap, Punchline. That's cool. That's pretty recent too. I mean, she only appeared like in the last 2.5 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Like not that long ago. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, this will be fun, man. I hope that I can go to the San Diego con. That'll be fun.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Well, if there's enough planning, man, you can come down.
Yeah. If you get it through Alliance, let me know. I'll hit up.
It's like from what I remember before, they told me if I wanted to go, I can go as like a whatever their badge is, but they only give it to buyers on the account.
Oh, that's me.
And so like I'm the only buyer in my account, so I only get one.
Yeah.
So like you wouldn't be able to get one. So I'm gonna ask because obviously they haven't done it in the last couple of years. So I'm gonna ask them like, hey, can I still do it?
Yeah, because I know that the comic book stores that I know get it through Diamond.
Yeah. So yes. So for me, that's how I got it originally when I had a comic store. It was through Diamond, and I had like 3 buyers, so like we all got one.
Oh, that's awesome.
But this was back in 2011, 2012. Things have changed.
Yeah.
You know, like it has gotten exponentially larger. So maybe, you know, they're much more strict. Because I know a lot of people. Because I remember the one of the more recent times I did when I was trying to get other people to go, they made me go through a bunch of hoops to add people to my account to buy. Or like I wanted to add Michael Contrastano.
Yes.
And I just there was too many hoops for me to jump through. I'm like, sorry dude. Yeah. Because he lives in San Diego. So I was like, yeah. But then I was like, dude, they're making me do this. Like, they're basically doing, I was like, what are they doing? A background check on you and stuff? Like, what's going on here? I don't understand. You know, because I think that people were abusing that power.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, but, you know, me and you are going to be on our accounts for years. So they know, like, oh, well, they're the original.
Yeah.
So they're going to get it. So it'll be cool. I think for sure if they're going to be there, like, if they're going to be there, we're going to see a bunch of battle royals.
Dude, that'd be fun.
Yeah, no tournaments, so just battle royals. That's fine.
And I'm gonna say they're gonna be giving out Con Ellis for battle royals too, probably, right?
Dude, that'd be fucking.
Let go.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. But I mean, yeah, I think we should go, man, for real. Like, I mean, we can
See if we
probably
get
hang out with other people there. It's a lot of fun, man. We can hang out with Dwight because he's down there. Quigley, those guys are all down there.
Okay. Austin too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could. Actually, they're closer there because they're in Chula Vista. They're closer to there than we are.
Okay.
Here, so they're maybe less than 30 minutes away. So yeah, we can definitely hang out with them.
Sick.
That'll be fun. Sweet,
all right.
Dude. All right. Well, that's good. We did.
That's all we got, folks.
I'm excited for a lot more in-person play. Can't wait.
Yeah, so. I've been playing every week at the store as much as I can.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun, man. I'm having a lot of fun playing. So, just I don't know if anybody watches the videos, but I got a comic acquisition and one of the big ones in there. I didn't even know this was in there, but this was in there.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Easy money.
Oh man, this is easily a near mint. Yeah, a near mint minus maybe. It depends how much they can press out on the corners here. But that's easily a 9.0, 9.2 maybe. That's probably easily close. That's easily like $1,000 maybe.
It's gonna come back at 9.6. Watch.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I'll be very happy and also mad because then my 9.6 should be a 9.8 if that's a 9.6. And mine came back at 9.6. I was very mad about that one. So, all right. Well, that's what I guess that's what we got, right? So, yeah. I guess until next time, guys. Remember, only bad players win the dice.
So don't forget to practice rolling them, guys. Take it easy.
Yeah.
Shake it, Cali.